Today I want to talk to you about carpal tunnel syndrome. This is a problem that affects millions of people. It can be very difficult to get rid of. Today I want to give you some strategies that are very effective in making the problem go away. First thing you have to understand with carpal tunnel syndrome is that it's not just in your wrists. The problem stems from your spine, your shoulders. If you don't have those right, then anything you do at the wrist is going to be limited in terms of the benefit that you get. So, carpal tunnel is basically a situation where the median nerve comes through these 8 bones in the wrist that create a tunnel, and what will generally happen is the shoulders will be slumped, and then the flexors will be over-engaged, the extensors will be weak, and you're in this position typing and typing, and then that nerve starts to get pinched off, and now you get tingling, numbness, and pain in your hands, and you lose function. So, what we have to do is we have to open up the shoulders and create expansion through the chest and the thoracic spine. If you don't do that, then you really don't have the center of the body and you need it. So here's what I want you to do for opening up the chest. You're going to get in and do a little myofascial release right up in here, sort of near the shoulder joint, but in the pecs and the deep stuff underneath the big pectoral muscles. So, I'm going to use the RMT Club, and then I'll show you how to do it with a lacrosse ball. What I'll do is I'll pin the club against the wall, and I like it because it gives me distance from the wall. I don't need to use a pillar like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find pain and make it go away. So I'm pinning in here, and I find, oh, that's a tender spot. Okay, good. I put pressure into it, and now I'm going to move the arm up, and I'm going to just find that relief. It's delicious discomfort that you're going after, and you can just play with the movement of the arm. Maybe do 5 or 10 repetitions each cycle or movement. And what you're doing is you're just finding the little areas in there that cause you pain, and it might be a little bit different on different sides, might be different for different people. The problems are unique to you. But the point in doing this here is that you're going to create this release of these tight and shortened muscles and give your capacity to take a deep breath and get that thing back, get the shoulder lower and get off the hook, as it were. Now you can also use a lacrosse ball or something similar, put it up here, and it works better when the lacrosse ball when you're only up against a bar like this as opposed to a wall. That's why I like the RMT Club, but it's the same drill right here. So you're doing that. And then you want to do just backward arm circles, nice and gentle. Backward arm circles, not the forward. You want to go backward, so we're creating that open expansion. So it's the backstroke, it's not the butterfly. So that's the first order of business. We have to do that. And then you have to think about not being like this all the time. If we don't do that, we're not going to solve the problem. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to balance the muscles of the forearm, because your hands, when I'm doing this, it's the muscles in the forearms that are doing that. And in daily life, if you don't exercise and train a lot, the flexor side gets overworked and the extensor side becomes very weak. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a position of balance and strength in the hands that will help open up the tunnel and give you better function and balance on the extensor side and flexor side. So we call this the center diamond in WEC method. You put the hands together like a prayer, and you bring the fingertips down and you keep the fingers straight. So from that position, you're not flexing the fingers like this, you're keeping the fingers straight, and doing that activates the extensors here. So I'm flexing muscles within the hand and I'm extending muscles in the forearm to get to that position. The closer you can bring the elbows, the more you're going to create just that perfect line that's going to give you the strength, stability, and balance that will help the median nerve and everything else function better, connecting the hand to the body with a better connection. So that position there, it's grasping, it's not grabbing. So we're doing this. It's similar to if I were to pinch grip something. If you take a book and you hold it, your fingers are going to be straight, and it's like you're pinching, a pinch grip. That's the position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the hands out and forward, shoulders are back, and I'm going to spread them as far as I possibly can in line, just like that. Now, I'm going to bring them back into this position here and extend them out and bring them here. And you want to use a lot of tension. When I'm spreading the hands out flat like that, I'm activating the extensors. I'm giving those flexors a break. And now when I do this, again, I'm building the strength and balance and the posture through my body. It's going to let the nerve roots travel most cleanly. Those electrical signals aren't going to get impinged. And you do this. This will burn. It will make these very tired. Shake them out. Do a little massage and release into the muscles up in here, both the flexor side and the extensor side. If you're experiencing numbness or tingling and it's getting worse from doing this, then back off and stick to the shoulders and get these things open as far as possible, and then proceed with this very slowly. If you're grabbing like this, just reinforce, go back to that position there. Okay, you can put it on a table or a wall and put it here. Put my whole forearm flat here, and I'm going to just make this pyramid with the hand. You see how that's a pyramid? It's a triangle. It's a very strong structure because it's bone aligned, and now the muscle balance and the connective tissue is balanced. So just review. We're going to open up the shoulders. You can get better posture, breathe deeper, sit up taller, stand up taller, and then we're going to expand, spread the hands out, and then bring them into that diamond-shaped position. Here, 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 here. If you do 10 to 20 repetitions there and you're really doing it, you'll light up a fire. You do a little bit of release. See how that works for you. It's worked for many people I've helped before, and I hope it works for you. Do it honestly, and I hope your carpal tunnel gets better as soon as possible.